Good morning, children. This class we are going to revise for the unit test 2. Hope you have received the questions, isn't it? So you have only one lesson, that is solution lesson fully. Okay. And you should know the pattern also, children. Totally out of 30 marks you are going to write. Okay. In that 10 marks in physics, 10 marks in chemistry and remaining 10 marks in biology. All are short answers only. Okay, so no one word answers. One word answers actually are going to write for the NEET test, isn't it? So only short answers. Everything you have to go through, right? Not only in chemistry, even in physics as well as in biology also you have short answers only. So 5 questions you will be getting. Each question carries 2 marks. Okay, so 5 into 2, 10 marks. Okay. So this is your question pattern, short answers. One word answers you can learn for the NEET test. Now you have to concentrate in short answers. Also detailed answer you should cover, children. From the detailed answer you will be getting short answer. Okay. So don't omit the detailed answer. You have to concentrate in detailed answer also. Right. Okay. Now shall we start the revision, children? Take your book also. Okay, take the first page of solutions lesson. First, you should know about the definition for solution. Define solutions. What is meant by solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. This is called a solution, isn't it? Homogeneous means what? All the components, all the substances appear as a single phase. This is called homogeneous solution. So what do you mean by solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. Okay. So this part is very important. A solution is a homogeneous mixture. You have to underline this one. Okay. Homogeneous. And during this unit test time, you have to concentrate in your presentation also. That is also very important. Okay, so you have to underline, you have to highlight the important content, what is the important concept of that question. You have to highlight it, and you should not scribble. Okay, you should write neatly. Presentation is very important. Highlight the important contents. Use pencil for to highlight the content. Okay. And also, you should not scribble, write neatly, put the question number correctly, okay, and use ink pen only. Okay, children? Right. So, what do you mean by solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more non-reacting substances. This is called a solution. Okay. So, if you receive this question means you have to highlight the homogeneous mixture, right? So define solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more non-reacting substances are called solution. You have to complete the answer. Don't simply write solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. Okay. You have to complete the answer. What are the questions you will be getting? That answer you have to complete it, right? So, a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more non-reacting substances are called solution. Or otherwise, you can start with a solution is defined as a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more non-reacting substances. Okay. Next question we can move to binary solution. What is meant by binary solution? Binary means what? Binary means 2, isn't it? Okay. The solution which has only 2 components. These 2 components is important. You have to highlight these 2 components. Okay. These 2 words you have to highlight it. What are the 2 words? 2 components. What is meant by binary solution? The solution which has only 2 components are called binary solution. Okay. The solution which has only 2 components are called binary solution. You have to complete are called binary solution. Right? Okay. Next we can move to the third question. Components of a solution. Okay. What are the components of a solution? First let me discuss about solute. Solute means what? The component which is dissolved is called solute. Okay. What is meant by solute? The component which is dissolved are called solute. Then what is meant by solvent? Here, solvent means the medium in which this solute is dissolved are called solvent. Okay, the medium in which solute is dissolved are called solvent. Here, the solvent is present in larger amount, whereas solute is present in smaller amount. Okay, so solute is present in smaller amount, whereas solvent is present in larger amount. Differentiate solute and solvent, or what is meant by solute, what is meant by solvent means what you have to write. Solute means the component which is dissolved are called solute, whereas solvent means the medium in which solute is dissolved are called solvent. Got it, children? Shall we move to the next question? Right. Next we can move to the types of solution. Okay. So three groups of solutions can be formed. Right. What are the three groups? One is the solid solution, second one is the liquid solution, and third one is the gaseous solution. Here for each and every solution, that is whether it is solid or liquid or gas, you have to mention the solvent. Here the solvent is whether solid or liquid or gas, that you have to mention it, right? So for that what you have to write? You have to write the solid solutions, liquid solutions as well as gaseous solution. For each and every state you have to mention the solvent. In solid solutions, the solvent is solid only. Okay. Examples under already we have discussed during that time, isn't it? Already we have discussed. So no need to write the example. Just to mention, in solid solutions, the solvent is solid. Next, in liquid solutions, the solvent is liquid. Whereas in gaseous solutions, the solvent is gas, isn't it? So, what are the three types of solutions? One is the solid solution, next one is the liquid solution, and another one is the gaseous solution. In solid solutions, the solvent is solid. In liquid solutions, the solvent is liquid. Whereas in gaseous solution, the solvent is gas. Okay. So this is the types of solution. Got it? Right. Next we can move to the types of binary solutions. Already we have discussed about the binary solution. There are 9 types of binary solutions are possible. Okay. For each and every solution, minimum 2 to 3 examples you have to give. Here in this binary solution, first you have to mention whether it is solid state or liquid state or gaseous state. Next you have to mention whether it is whether the solute is solid or liquid or gas. Next, solvent is solid or liquid or gas. This way you have to mention. Next only you have to give examples for that. Okay. For let me see 1 or 2 examples only. First is let me see the solid in solid state. Okay. Solid in solid. Here solute also solid, whereas solvent is also solid. Next example, let me see gaseous solution. Okay, gas in gas. Here solute is also gas, whereas solvent is also gas. Then what example we can give? You know very well, air. Why? Because air is a mixture of gases. Okay, here solute is also gas, whereas solvent is also gas. So you have to learn this types of binary solution also, children, right? Next, we can move to the properties of solution. Even though this properties of solution is the detailed answer, but you should concentrate, you should learn. Okay, totally 6 points are given, minimum 5 points you have to learn, children, right? Next, we can move to aqueous and non-aqueous solution. What is meant by aqueous solution? Here, a solution in which water, underline this one, water, okay, underline this word, water. So, a solution in which water acts as a solvent, okay. So, what is meant by aqueous solution? A solution in which water acts as a solvent are called aqueous solution. Then you have to complete the answer, are called What is meant by aqueous solution? A solution in which water acts as a solvent or called aqueous solution. You have to underline water acts as a solvent. Okay, these lines are very important in this question. So what is meant by aqueous solution? A solution in which water acts as a solvent or called aqueous solution. Then what is meant by non-aqueous solution? Just the opposite. Here, a solution in which any other liquid acts as a solvent other than liquid. Okay, any other than water. So a solution in which other than liquid which acts as a solvent are called non-aqueous solution. Okay, so you should understand the difference between aqueous solution and non-aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means water acts as a solvent, whereas in non-aqueous solution means other than water, any other liquid which acts as a solvent, then it is called the non-aqueous solution. Got it? Right. Next we can move to saturated solution. What is meant by saturated solution? A solution can be saturated if no more solute. This line is important. Okay. In which no more solute can be dissolved into it at that particular temperature. Okay, no more solute can be dissolved at a particular temperature, then the solution is called saturated solution, right? So what is meant by saturated solution? A solution can be saturated if no more solute can be dissolved into it at a particular temperature. Then what is meant by that is unsaturated solution? Here in unsaturated solution, the solution in which more solute, okay, so this line is important. More solute, the solution in which more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature, then such solutions are called unsaturated solution. Okay. In what we saw in the saturated solution, no more solute is dissolved, whereas in saturated solution, a solution in which more solute can be dissolved, okay, in a given solution at a particular temperature, then it is called unsaturated solution. The solution in which more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature, such solutions are called unsaturated solution. Next, what is meant by supersaturated solution? Supersaturated solution means a solution contain more solute than the saturation level. Okay, this line is very important. Solution which contains more solute than the saturation level at a particular temperature. Such solutions are called supersaturated solution. Okay, so supersaturated solution means a solution contain more solute than the saturation level at a particular temperature. Such solutions are called supersaturated solution. Got it, children? Now you know the differences between saturated solution, unsaturated solution and the supersaturated solution, right? So next we can move to true solution. What is meant by true solution? Here in the solution, in which the particles of solute are completely mixed with the solvent. Okay, here in true solution, the particles of the solute, particles means minute things, isn't it? So that particles are completely mixed with the solvent, and these particles cannot be distinguished from the solvent solution. This is called the true solution. Okay, so what is meant by true solution? The solution in which particles of solute are completely mixed with the solvent. This line is important. In which particles of solute are completely mixed with the solvent, and these particles cannot be distinguished from that particular solution. Such solutions are called true solutions, right? Good. Next we can move to solubility. What is meant by solubility? Here the maximum amount of solute in grams can be dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent. Okay, at a given temperature, then it is called solubility. What is meant by solubility? The maximum amount of solute in grams. Okay, the maximum amount of solute in grams that can be dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent at a given temperature. Then this process is known as the solubility. Okay. Next, then what is concentration of solution? Concentration of solution means it is defined as the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution. Whether if you are adding the lesser solute means its concentration level will be lesser. If you add more solute means the concentration level will be more. Okay. So concentration of solution means it is defined as the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution, then it is called the concentration of solution. Okay. Next one, before that we have to see about the difference between concentrated solution and dilute solution. Okay. Concentrated solution means if you add the solute, if you add more solute in a solution, then the solution will be concentrated. At the same time, if you add lesser solute, lesser amount of solute, then the solution will be, we will call the dilute solution. Concentrated means solute will be more. Okay. At the same time, dilute solution means solute, if you add the lesser amount of solute in a solution, then it is called the dilute solution. Okay. So next one, suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. This line is important. Heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles are spread throughout the dissolving substance in it. Okay, suspension means a suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Already we discussed about homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means all the components appear as a single phase. But in suspension, it is a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture means here the components will not appear as a single phase. If you add sand in a water and mix it well, okay, add sand in a water, in some little amount of water and mix it well, you will see that all the sand particles will settle at the bottom only. Okay, here you will see two phases. One is the sand phase and another one is the water phase. Okay, here the component is it is a heterogeneous mixture. It will not evenly get thoroughly, it will not get mixed. Okay, so that process, that is known as the suspension. A suspension is the heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles are spread throughout without dissolving in it. Okay, all the sand particles, it will spread throughout the liquid, but it will not get dissolved. It will settle at the bottom. So what is meant by suspension? A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. This line is important for suspension. Okay, in which the solute particles are spread throughout without dissolving in it. This is called suspension. Right? Next one, we can move to the concentration of solution we discussed, isn't it? In this way, you have to learn about the mass percentage as well as volume percentage. Okay. So what is meant by mass percentage? The mass of the solute in grams is dissolved in 100 grams of the solution. Okay. The mass of the solution is dissolved in 100 grams of the solution. Then it is called the mass by mass percentage. Whereas the mass of the solute in the solution dissolved in 100 ml of the solution, then it is called the volume percentage. ml means volume, whereas grams means mass. Okay, that difference you should learn. So you have to learn the mass percentage as well as volume percentage. Next one, parts per million. So this parts per million is mainly used to identify the trace amount. Okay, very minute amount of the substance. Okay, very minute amount of the substance. Then it is called the parts per million. Also we can express it as parts per billion. ppm means parts per million. ppb means parts per billion. Okay. So these terms are used to identify the trace amounts of the substance. So you should learn this also. Next one, suspension already we have discussed, isn't it? So these are the important things you have to learn, children. One detailed answer, that is properties of solution also you should learn, minimum 5 points. So what are the things we discussed today? One is about the solute, isn't it? That is solution. First definition you should learn. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more non-reactive substances. Underline the word homogeneous. Learn the spelling for homogeneous. Next, you have to learn the binary solution. Two components, okay, a solution which contains two components, then it is called binary components. Underline the word two components. Next, solute means the component which is dissolved are called solute, whereas solvent means the medium in which the solute is dissolved are called solvent. Okay. Next, what are the types of solution? You have to write all the three states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and you have to mention in solid solution the solvent is solid, in liquid solution solvent is liquid, whereas in gaseous solution solvent is gas. Okay. Next, aqueous solution means a substance in which water acts as a solvent are called aqueous solution, whereas non-aqueous solution means in a solution in which any other liquid other than water acts as a solvent are called non-aqueous solution. Next, saturated solution means no more solute can be dissolved into a particular temperature are called saturated, whereas unsaturated solution means more solute can be dissolved in a solution, okay, at a given temperature are called unsaturated solution. Next, supersaturated solution means supersaturated solution, here more solute than the saturation level. Solution contain more solute than the saturation level. Next, true solution means the solute in which particles of solute are thoroughly mixed with the solvent. Okay. Next, solubility, concentration of solution. In this concentration of solution, you should learn about the mass percentage as well as volume percentage. And finally, suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Underline the word heterogeneous mixture. Okay. So like this way, you have to prepare for the unit test, children. So prepare well for the test and write the test well. All the best.